the first to bring it into the U.S. We're working with the distributor. We'll be getting it in a few weeks. It's got roasted red pepper, a little bit of caper, a little thyme, olive oil. It's on the sweet side, not on the salty side, which is really kind of interesting. We've got a traditional Italian style olive pesto that's a little bit of garlic in it that's really nice and briny and bright, and then we have a really nice artichoke pesto as well. And then we've got some of our caramels from the shop. Spicy chocolate caramel, goat's milk, and a salted bourbon caramel, also goat's milk.
You have to try it. It's amazing.
I'm a white wine drinker, but we thought it would be fun to do a red blend, and she said if we're going to do red, it has to be smooth and it has to be juicy. And so we put together this red blend, and we had a lot of fun that day trying a whole lot of different, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We had a lot of pipettes and beakers out there. And we
keep our wines that way. Delicious and affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. How does everybody here feel about screw caps? Are you guys in favor? Yeah, good. That's so nice to see, because we've been using screw caps on almost all the wines that we do since 2006. And it was a little rough at the beginning. The consumer perception of screw caps as being, kind of hurts to say it, but a cheaper wine. But screw caps are really the perfect closure for wine. You get as close to a 100%, preservation of quality, where cork is a little dicey with cork. There's a known failure rate of 2 to 5%. That's pretty accepted in the wine industry. Unfortunately, you don't know what 2 to 5% of your wine is going to be infected by cork taint. So
great drink on a day like this, and you just want to be on a beach with like a gallon of it.
Yeah, I think I should be on a celebrity cruise with you with this cocktail.
All right, maybe I'll take it over.
The first three were very autumn, and these two are very more citrus. So were they supposed to do that?
No, it just actually happened that way.
It's a fantastic summer drink with a great color.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. The first drink, no ice whatsoever, and this one completely full of rocks, which is just a different taste.
Yeah, it's a really nice tropical drink. It's what I'd like to expect from the barman from Valencia.
All right, so now we're gonna pass around the last drink, and this one, the last one is from Paloma. We want to hear again the ingredients and of course the name of the cocktail.
Root of all fall.
Root. So root of all fall. And the ingredients again?
We have rum clement from orange. I'm sorry, that orange infused rum. We have Kettle One apple cider, root liqueur, maple syrup, soft apple cider, and bitters.
Perfect. And of course, the glass is extremely. There we have our own side.
So this is the point where I would usually take a saw to it. In the absence of that, this is the old school way of doing it. I like to do it that way anyway. So there we go. That's your Boston butt right there. Pork shoulder. Typically it's a braising cut. If you're going to do pulled pork, things like that, this is what you want. The picnic is just as beautiful. So that's a beautiful cut for doing that. As you can see, this is not lean. And it's not that white either. This is no longer the other white meat. These are beautiful pigs. You get marbling in pork just like you get marbling in beef. In fact, sometimes it can be even more. Lots of beautiful marbling in that one. Seems really challenging, but some chefs, a lot of chefs that are here today have done such a good job teaching people and putting it on their menus and bringing back the fact that you can eat all these things, and it's such a better, sustainable way of eating, and healthy, by the way, as well. But people are kind of, you know, you don't see it every day, so it becomes very unfamiliar. If you want to try cooking any of those offal products, we have it all the time. We always invite the adventurous eaters, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. But with that, that's kind of the end of the cutting portion, but I'm certainly happy if anybody wants to come up, or if you have questions right now, I'm certainly happy to take any.
Really on the rocks, triple batch of chili off the oven. Come over and have some.
We're looking for about a 1/4 inch fat throughout this brisket. And if you notice, see how thick the brisket is over here and how thin this is over here? So think about that as a cook. How do you get this done at the same time this gets done? And what we find, it's called the football cut. You want to break this down to where it's almost even. And you do that by getting in this seam right here. Has anyone ever cooked a brisket before? Tough, right? How are your results?
Not as good as yours.
Okay, you know why? It's a lot of people end up running out of patience when they cook a brisket because you're hungry, you want it to be done, but this thing's on its own time. So the brisket doesn't really listen to anybody. So I'm not going to sit here and trim the hell out of this thing. This could take, because it's going to take about 14 hours, and you lose all the nuance of the rub through the 14-hour process. So if you do want more complexity in a rub, start with your salt and pepper, and then when it comes out, hit it again with the rub. That'll pop the flavor a little bit. But I just love salt and pepper on it. You put it on very generously. Just throw it all over the place. It doesn't matter. This brisket absorbs salt and pepper like a sponge. See this? You want to get rid of that. Because that smoke and that heat to render this fat down is going to make this part of the meat not cook evenly. And every brisket is different. So let's make another V cut. See how much fat goes down on this? I'm just going to take that whole piece out, because that's going to mess with the cooking of this. Okay. Okay, that is ready to go into the pit. Not really, hold on a second, let me take a little more of this fat out. This is what we call burn ends. Up here and try some of this. Let me just get a little. Well, let's see. Actually,
How long did you say that was in for?
that was about 14 hours. Yeah.
What was the weight when it started?
It was 14 pounds when it started. So now you're down. Here, let me get this. This is a sweet. Yeah, this is like coveted stuff right here. So feel free to